Welcome to the Online Success Journey podcast, your opportunity to discover and learn from entrepreneurs like yourself. This is not your typical podcast, but a place where you can get the real story and find out how real people encounter speed bumps and detours, but journey through to find success. Now here's your host for the Online Success Journey podcast, Patience.
Hello everyone and welcome to Online Success Journey. This is episode 205. Are you ready to join the clan? Today we have JF Brou, entrepreneur and author. After launching his first business at 24 years old, straight out of college, past 5 to 6 years trying to find ways to grow without real success. From ways new marketing tactics to creating kick-ass company culture, he always came back to the same pithole until he realized he was the problem. Then some key insights came to his way, like a business net worth will never outgrow the self-worth of his owner. Hello, Jeff.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I know the clan is anxious to hear your story, so let's get started with the basics. Can you tell my clan a little bit about your background, about what you did before you started your own online business?
I went to school. I actually finished my bachelor degree and I started right away. I never worked a day in my life. Actually, I work as a student jobs, actually. But I never work in the corporate world. Yep.
All right. Okay. What is the most dangerous belief an online entrepreneur can have?
That he knows it all. And when you start as a young entrepreneur in your 20s, I can see this pattern coming back over and over again. I'm mentoring a lot of young entrepreneurs now. I've been started an entrepreneur accelerator that we're trying to do 2 times a year, and I think it's the biggest problem of young entrepreneur. They think they know it all because they think the older people, they don't see the new trends, and they're not really open to listen. So at the end of the day, you're always your own worst enemy, and that was my problem for many years.
How did you overcome that?
Failing a lot. I tried many different things, but I was always searching on the business side. I never searched on the personal psychological side. I really started, like as you said, in my 5th or 6th years after I did. I had a big breakdown. My 5th year, I invested a lot of money in a big project that took me 6 months to put up, and on the day of that project, I lost everything, and I did 5 months. Not really like knowing what I'm going to do with my life, and big depression, burnout, everything.
So why do you do what you do?
Because I'm giving back the way I wish I could have been supported. So morally, mentally, yes, because as a young entrepreneur, our parents, they don't really understand our lifestyle. So it's hard to get support from your close ones. They don't really understand what you're trying to do or what you're going through on a day-to-day. So the key is to have like a young entrepreneur community, but everyone is just on their own grind, on their own problem solvings, on their own way to make it. And it's hard to have some quality times with young entrepreneurs. Sometimes when you start, you think only about your business and you're like 100 hours a week on it. So I think that the key is really to get a coach and a mentor, which is 2 different things. Sometimes people, they don't understand that. So a coach is going to be someone that is most likely in your industry, that been there and done that, older with the experience, that is can really like give you the key point that you need to work on your next level in your business and as an entrepreneur. And a mentor is more like so it can be someone from other industry, it can be someone in your industry also, but it's more like personal, it's more emotional, it's more mental support. It's more like a big brother.
Let's put man aside because you had your first business at the age of 24. How do you know you are successful?
Success is relative to anyone. So like my my s- my way my vision of success when I started was different than my vision of success right now. So when I started, my vision of success was to become uh, a millionaire, become some kind of famous, become get some attention, reach a level of business where like uh, I'm like the CEO that can just delegate and don't do much. But that was my younger narcissist self, and now um, my definition of success is supporting, inspiring, and giving back. Not to an online community, but in one-on-one to a specific person. So if I can do one, I do two, do three, it doesn't matter. Like I really want to make sure that I'm connecting deeply in person with a younger entrepreneur. So coaching, mentoring, supporting, advising.
Can anyone be an entrepreneur, or are some people more cut out for it than others?
Everyone can be an entrepreneur for sure. It's all about building the mindset. There's step by steps. There's people that start from farther away because of their upbringing, because of their education, their parent conditioning. But everyone can make it for sure. And it's all about. I didn't know this back then, and I didn't start my journey like that. But it's all about destroying your self-limiting belief first, and then after this is controlling your subconscious mind, and there's tricks for that, there's tools, and after that it's building the right habits. So like the top three habits that everyone should start building, actually you can build only five life-changing habits per year because it takes 66 days and you can only tackle one habit every at a time, because at the end of the day it's like the one thing, this famous productivity book, it says like if you chase two rabbits at the same time, you're never gonna catch either of them. So from Tools of Titan, Tim Ferriss, famous book, he gathered like 200 interviews from billionaire world icons. He got 80% of all these interviews. Everyone had three common habits. Number one is meditation. Number two is having some kind of a life coach mentor, and number three is having a self-development journal. So I would work on either of those three habits for your first year in your journey.
Don't you think that all of the entrepreneurs or the successful people, it all boils to one thing, having discipline?
Discipline, 100%. But discipline comes with like a lot of failure, and it comes a lot with like also self-esteem, and it comes with time, like of trying, failing, and then sticking around, never giving up, you know. So for sure you need discipline to build all kind of habits, and life, it's all about building the right habits to grow to the next level. So for sure discipline is, but it's hard. Discipline is very hard. It's very hard. Yeah, that we actually like to counter discipline. The best trick to build an habit is to use the Kaizen principle. It's a Japanese principle that states that your daily goal of an habit should be the least minimum amount. So if you want to meditate, for example, your goal should be to meditate 1 minute every day. So when you're in a busy day, you don't want to do it, you find a way to do it just before going to sleep. So whatever the habit you want to build, like running or working out or reading books or just writing a journal, so a daily self-development journal, your goal should be like to write one sentence every day.
What have you learned from business as a whole?
I learned that business is hard. Yeah, no, but at the end of the day, I think there's no better path for crushing yourself and then falling, and then pushing your boundaries to like limits that you cannot imagine. So it's the best way to grow for sure. because through this journey you're gonna fail so much that you're gonna see all your demons, and then you're gonna have to find solutions to overcome them. And then, like my journey, it's gonna lead you to path that you never expected. Like never in 1,000 years I was expecting to go on a spiritual journey like I did. I came from an atheist background, never believed in God, and now I believe in things that are just like beyond my conscious mind, my not conscious mind, but my day-to-day thinking, I would say.
What made you to go to spiritual world?
It just came to me. That's the beauty of the universe. It serves you with what you need at the right time. I was on a journey of working remotely for at least 1 year or two, and I was in Thailand, meeting up a lot of amazing digital nomads, people working remotely, trying to not live the 9 to 5, and also not trying to push themselves only on the professional dimension. In Thailand in March, there's a fire season, so everyone was moving. So I was thinking I need to go also, and most people were talking about Colombia, and it was a big hub in Medellin. And so I read a few articles and I decided to go. And then when I arrived there, I was exposed to a lot of immersive spiritual experiences by just meeting people in cafes, and then hear a lot of experiences. Back then, on my first time in Colombia, I didn't do anything. I just listened to many stories. And the second time when I went, I immersed myself in this community.
Okay, you mentioned about having a coach and a mentor. What is the most valuable thing your mentor has told you?
Oh my God. Like, first of all, you don't have only one mentor. The mentors can become, they can be anywhere. And there's also most mentor, it's not like a coach, where a coach is going to be like, okay, we're going to meet like once a week, or we're going to be once a month, and we're going to analyze your goal, and then we're going to compare with your result from last month. Where like a mentor, it's more like it's more like a non-scheduled meeting. It's more like a random call. It's more like a random conversation, unplanned conversations. And also it can be from a friend that is the same age than you, but have a different background, or it can be from someone from your family, or someone that you meet, an entrepreneur that is older than you, that has more experience, but you meet only for like 1 or 2 months. So he was your mentor for that time and being. But the best advice I received from all those encounters, it's very hard to say. Very hard to say. The first thing that comes to my mind right now is, I guess it's this thing I try to keep in mind, coming from my dad. It's like, at the end of the day, you can lose everything from a day to another. You can lose whatever you built throughout the years from a crisis, but no one's gonna ever steal your knowledge. So it's all about your knowledge and your experiences. Like, for example, there's this thing I heard a few times. If you put 100 people in a community, 50% are coming from like a middle class, and 50% they come from like more like a richer, like millionaire class. And then you decide to split the money. You combine all the money of everyone, you split it equally to the 100 people. After a year, all the middle class, they're gonna lose the money to the same level they had, and all the rich, they're gonna get back their money. And at the end of the day, it's all coming from experience and knowledge. And you can hear many times, there's many entrepreneurs that they grow businesses to like $1 million marks, and then one day or another they go bankrupt, and they're able to go back faster than they did before, because now they know all the tricks of the games, they know all, they have all the experience and knowledge to do it.
What is one thing that has contributed to your success?
Believing in myself, I guess, because I think when you start as a young entrepreneur, you try to you seek approval of what you're doing from your family, surroundings, friends, And over time, you realize that you were never gonna get this approval. So over time, you need to give yourself this approval that first of all, you are enough, because most of the young entrepreneur that they start, it's coming from a subconscious like conditioning patterns that you're not enough, and then yeah, like you become in love with yourself, and you become like supporting yourself. It's this relationship with yourself for sure.
What is one thing no one knows about you?
I can be very shy.
Really?
Yes.
What grounds you?
Right now, it changed over time, but for a long period it was photography. Now it's dancing. I picked up dancing in the last 9 months, and now it's my biggest hobby right now. So
What do you mean dancing? Ballroom dancing?
I do salsa and bachata.
Let's talk about your book, Become Your Best Version.
Yes. So I've been 8 years in business now with my tour operator from Canada called Interstud. We're serving international students coming to Montreal. They're coming for a short stay, and we satisfy their social life. Most likely, our biggest offering is like bus trips to the United States. We do 25 destinations. But after a while, it was very fun. The beginning, after a while, it got kind of mundane because I was just managing the business behind my laptop. And I always tried to seek other project, but I was failing at starting other project because I was stuck in my business, just the day-to-day operation. But now it's most likely well automated, and in the last year I was trying to move on slowly, and I started giving workshops, moving towards more of this education system, knowledge business industry, and just for fun. I started to give the workshop for free, meeting a lot of people. And I did it now 15, 20 times. Now it's a paid workshop. There's the whole marketing done with it that is quite good. Good photos, video trailer, landing page, everything. So it's working pretty well. And throughout this workshop, at the end, I was giving a workbook and I was working on it. Every time I was doing a workshop, I was improving it, getting feedbacks, and now it's kind of at a point where like I feel it's very done and ready. So I just started to do the graphic design and the editing. It's going to be done this week, and it's going to be published by the end of the month. It's going to be my second book, actually. I launched another book called Exchange Your Life. It's more for my Erasmus exchange students market.
So why this book now?
This book now, I'm moving towards a new career. I want to become more of a teacher, educator. So I'm creating resources for my students.
And who's this book for? Is it for someone who's a beginner in business, someone in the middle? Who's this book for?
For everyone that never did this work of the psychological path. So it's all about finding answers within, but like to find answers within, you need to make sure you do the work. So you need to sit down, and it starts with personality test. So there's the most famous one, the MBTI, Myers-Briggs, but we move on to Exaco, to the 5 love language, to the dark triad, and then after this there's a bunch of introspection exercise. For example, you do a life audit. It's a very good one. A life audit is you take everyone that you talked to in the last 2 weeks, you check your WhatsApp, your Messenger, your Skype, why not, and your emails, and then you list down all the first names, and then you grade them on a level of 1 to 10 without using number 7 on this person give you energy after having an encounter with them, or they drain you. You're gonna realize that a lot of people are like more like 6 level, 5 level. So and then you're gonna have a few people that's actually like boosting your energy. So the goal is, depending on who are those people, you don't want to kick them out of your life, but you want to be more strategic on when to encounter those conversations with those 4, 5, 6 level. So maybe more at the end of the day when you accomplish everything. So you want to make sure that you protect your time and your energy at the beginning of the day to produce what you need to produce. Your one thing, the thing that is going to give you 80% of your result of the day.
Tell us about your course and what type of clientele do you work with?
So 25, 35 years old, young professionals, more freelancer, entrepreneur mindset, digital nomads, global citizens. So people that travel a lot.
Where can we get this and how can we connect with you?
JFBrou.com. I have everything. Also, people can book me a free call. I'm always eager to help. So everything is there. All the links of my projects, my back business. I produce also one self-development articles per week. Last week we launched 100 book library to become your best version, and so it's all my best books of all time that I read, and I'm giving the TED Talk link, the free audiobook link, YouTube video summary, and best article on the topic that you can kind of have a grasp of the book without really reading it.
Wow. And you said this book will be on Amazon. Can other people find it on Amazon?
Yeah, I was not talking about my book now. I was talking about the library. But yeah, my book is gonna be on Amazon. It's print on demand with the Kindle publishing platform, and yeah, available worldwide. I'm gonna make it available also with Barnes and Nobles in the United States.
So, Clan, there will be more from JF Brou in a moment. If you are listening on one of the many podcasting platforms rather than my website and you are encouraged by JF Brou's journey, go to onlinesuccessjourney.com for a bonus portion of the interview. The Online Success Journey is a wonderful membership community built for people searching for the path to success. We are one big clan and you can be part of this community for free. Once you have joined the clan, click on part 2 of JF Brou's journey or over 150 other journeys that are available and learn how you can find the right path for your own online success journey. That's a wrap, clan. Remember, success is a journey. Patience and JF Brou.
This is not the end of the journey. We hope you've enjoyed listening to part 1 and want to be sure you know there is a second part to this and every journey podcast at onlinesuccessjourney.com, filled with even more success tips, uplifting stories, and even a bit of fun. There are dozens of episodes only available to the members of the Online Success Journey clan. Check out the website and click on Join the Clan for more information. Patience would like to thank you for listening to this podcast, and she has a free audio gift for you at her website. Go to onlinesuccessjourney.com for instant access to this gift. Of course, you know that listening to the journeys of others helps each of us chart our own path, so make sure you're subscribed to be notified as each new interview is posted. There are so many ways to stay connected to the Online Success Journey and to listen in. And if you're enjoying the podcast, we appreciate your help in telling others. One of the best ways to share the benefit you get is to rate and review it at Stitcher and other sites by clicking the stars or completing the ratings form, by clicking thumbs up and leaving a comment on YouTube, or liking and sharing the podcast on social media. To review the podcast within iTunes, simply open iTunes to the podcast, click on Ratings and Reviews, then write a review. On behalf of Patience, and until next time, thanks once more for listening. It is our hope that this podcast will guide you on your own online success journey.